Crochet kits could be a great tool for new crocheters to learn how to crochet, or they can be a nightmare, much like the last one that I tested. Most of the crochet kits I've seen on the market are for amigurumi, and that's probably because amigurumi are a small, fast project, and it's easy to package everything that you need for that in a small container. Projects like sweaters and blankets take a lot more materials to make, and I think that that would make the kits more expensive and then present a bigger barrier to entry for people who are looking to learn how to crochet. Feels like there is a cat hair stuck to my face. The story of my life. I was pleasantly surprised on my most recent trip to Walmart to find a crochet kit that is not for amigurumi at all. Today we are going to be trying this coaster crochet kit from Hillfolk. This one really caught my eye because, again, it's not for amigurumi. It's for these cute celestial coasters. Coasters are a really nice beginner crochet project because they are simple and quick to make, and these coasters particularly are very cute. This was also an affordable kit at right around $11. Of course, when I saw this and saw the affordable price point, I just had to buy it and bring it home so that you and I can try this out together. So let's take this kit over to the Crow Zone and check it out. All right, my crochet friends, we are here in the Crow Zone, ready to check out the contents of this kit. All right, we have some yarn, we have our instruction sheet, we have a metal crochet hook, that's always a good sign, and then we have a plastic sewing needle. The Dollar Tree crochet kit I got most recently had a plastic hook, and the plastic sewing needle was way flimsier than this, so at least this actually seems more usable. Let's take a look at our instruction sheet. Now, I haven't even read it yet, but I gotta say this looks really promising. They explain the basics of what you need to know of crochet terms, and this side shows you how to do all of the required techniques, like the stitches, as well as a magic circle, and it even has a diagram of parts of a stitch to try to help you identify where you should be placing your hook. On the back side, we have more instructions for how to do a treble crochet, how to thread your needle. It also shows you how to change colors. Then we have instructions for how to do the coaster itself, and it comes with a diagram for those who prefer to have a diagram to written pattern instructions. And it's even color coded to show you what color you should be using where. Honestly, this is leaps and bounds above anything I've seen in any of the Dollar Tree crochet kits. We are ready to get started on our first coaster. I went ahead and put my glasses on so that I could read a little bit better. The first thing we're going to need to do is form a magic circle. We're going to chain 3, which counts as our first double crochet, and then do our first round of 11 double crochet. All right, we have our 11 double crochet for the first round. I'm going to mark my final stitch with the stitch marker. I'm going to close up my magic circle here and tie a knot in it just to make sure that it stays tight. All right, now we just need to slip stitch into the third chain. All right, and our first round is complete. In general, the instructions for this kit are really detailed and well written, and it even includes a QR code you can scan that takes you to a video tutorial for this kit on YouTube. I did find a few minor issues with the instructions, like in the crochet terms, they define what an increase is, but when you get to the actual written pattern, it just tells you put 2 single crochet in the next so many stitches, etc., and they never actually use the term increase. Also, while they do tell you how to do an appropriate color change, They don't tell you what to do with your yarn while you're working in your color changes, whether to float it, carry it, or just fasten off. I chose to float my yarn. I have finished the base of my first coaster. Now the instructions do tell us to go back and weave all of our ends, and then also we can stitch little stars around the coaster using an X. So there are still a couple of finishing touches to do for this little coaster until it's complete. So let's go ahead and do those right now, and then we can talk about the coaster. When it came time to weave in all my ends, I did run into another minor issue, which is just that the plastic sewing needle provided was too large to actually fit through any of my stitches. It's not a huge deal. I ended up switching to one of my metal sewing needles and finishing the project that way. However, if you ran into this same issue and you don't do a lot of crafting, you might not have a metal sewing needle on hand to switch to. This also could come down to a difference in tension. When I watched the YouTube tutorial, the person doing the tutorial had zero issues fitting this plastic sewing needle into their coaster, and I noticed their coaster did look a bit larger than mine, so that kind of tells me that the tension I use is tighter than theirs. To make my stars, I used one long piece of yarn and just floated it across the back rather than cutting and weaving in a bunch of ends for each individual star. I think that the moon didn't turn out as pointy at the edges as it looks in the photo on the front of the kit. But that's mildly disappointing. It's still obviously moon-shaped, and I do think it turned out pretty darn cute considering. Maybe I am being overly judgmental, but I do think that my little stars some of them turned out kind of good as X's, like this one and this one, but then other ones they're not giving as much of an X as these other ones are. That's my embroidery skills, my lack thereof. Otherwise, the kit turned out really, really cute. Of course, it makes 2 coasters. Let's get to work and make another cute celestial coaster. One piece of advice I would offer for these kits is something you don't see me do here, which is to wind up the yarn that you're using into a ball or a cake before starting your kit. I ran into the issue multiple times where my yarn tangled up on me and I had to stop and spend quite a few minutes untangling yarn. I cut out some of that here, but it was a pretty substantial amount of time I had to spend, and I think it would have been a lot easier and smoother for me if I had just taken the effort to wind these up into a ball or a cake before starting the kit. For my second coaster, I chose to do a little experiment and cut and fasten off my yarn each color change rather than floating the yarn behind the coaster. I got worried after seeing all of the floats on the backside of my first coaster that those would become a problem over time and they might snag or pull and cause my coaster to warp or just not look as good with use. I decided to use the tails from my color changes to embroider all of my stars and took the time to weave them in between each star so there wouldn't be any loose floats. I am very pleased with my celestial coasters, and I am going to be using these going forward for all of my drinks at my desk. The second one does look a little bit better than the first, but isn't that the case with everything you make? The first time you make something, you're figuring out the process, and your subsequent makes always turn out better than the very first one. Were I a more patient person, I would go back and redo the first one, but ain't nobody got time for that. The kits include detailed instructions on how to do all of the stitches required, anatomy of a stitch, everything you would need to know if you were actually a beginner trying to learn how to crochet. And the fact that they have a link to a video tutorial for this is very helpful for visual learners as well. I really like how my celestial coasters turned out. Overall, I think that they are a really fun and adorable project, and the kit they came in was really thorough and well prepared. I only counted down a tiny bit for some of the flaws that I mentioned earlier in the voiceover, but generally speaking, this is one of the better crochet kits that I've ever used. Additionally, they are really affordable. All of the prices for these kits ranged from about $9 to $13. I think for a score on this kit, I would probably rank it at like an 8 out of 10. If you are looking for a fun, well thought out crochet kit, I would highly recommend these, especially if you are looking for something to make that is not amigurumi. They also have a few different non-amigurumi options for kits once I looked at them online. They have a tassel-edged coaster, as well as a granny square kit, and a plant pot cozy or a crochet container. I think if I see any of their other kits available at my local Walmart, I will probably pick one up and give it a try. I also really like that Hillfolk is a woman-run small business and that they seem to have a variety of different fiber arts related craft kits available. In addition to their crochet kits, I saw needle felting, punch needle, embroidery, and macrame kits. So if you're shopping in the craft section at Walmart and you happen to see one of these kits, I would recommend picking it up and giving it a go. If you have a new or aspiring crocheter in your life and you're looking for a kit to give them to help them learn or grow their skills, I think any of the crochet kits from Hillfolk at Walmart are a great option. If there are any other crochet kits that you know of that you'd like to see me try out in a video, please drop a comment down below and let me know, especially if they're not amigurumi kits. Most of the kits out there are amigurumi kits, and I think it would be really cool to have a list of a variety of different types of really good crochet kits out there other than just amigurumi. I hope that you've enjoyed watching me make some celestial coasters today. If you did, please feel free to like this video and consider subscribing because I upload crochet videos like this as well as tutorials every other Wednesday, and I love to make new crochet friends. Speaking of crochet friends, you can always follow me over on social media. I am Graceface Creates on all platforms. Thanks again for watching and happy crocheting.